Good day, everyone. Good day. We got White House coming out here with the lab leaks, the true origins of COVID 19. This just dropped. This is some really interesting stuff. Trump just dropped this. This is the proximal origins of SARS-CoV-2 publication, which was used repeatedly by the public health officials and the media to discredit the lab leak theory. This was promoted by Dr. Fauci to push the narrative of the COVID-19, where it originally originated naturally. 1. The virus possesses a biological characteristics that is not found in nature. Man-made. We all knew that. I wonder by who. Good question. Data shows that all COVID-19 cases stem from a single cell introduction into humans. This runs contrary to the previous pandemics where there were multiple spillover events. 3. Wuhan is home to China's foremost SARS research lab, which has a history of conducting gain-of-function research, gene altering and organism supercharging. Think superhumans and other weird creatures that you don't want to imagine. 4. Wuhan Institute of Virology. Researchers were sick with COVID-like symptoms in the fall of 2019, months before COVID-19 was discovered at the wet market. Someone was sick and didn't say something. By nearly all measures of science, if there was evidence of a natural origin, it would have already surfaced, but it hasn't. True. 7.5 miles, it seems. That's crazy. I bet someone got off work, went to the market, and then spread it like wildfire. Proximal origin publication. Blah, blah, blah. We already gain of function. EcoHealth. Leadership of Dr. Peter Daszak used U.S. taxpayer dollars to facilitate dangerous gain-of-function research in Wuhan, China. There's one name then. Now evidence shows that the Department of Justice has opened up an investigation into EcoHealth's pandemic-era activities. Finally, we might have some justice here. NIH's failures, procedures for funding and overseeing potential dangerous research are deficient, unreliable, and pose a serious threat to both the public health and national security. Ooh. Further, NIH fostered an environment that promoted evading federal record-keeping laws. Whoa, that's weird. Why would they do that? Why would they ever do that? I have no idea why they would want to evade federal record-keeping laws, With all the pardons, too. I just can't think of a reason. All the same pardons going to 2014 for the same group of individuals. I can't think of why they would want to evade federal record-keeping laws. Can you guys? I just can't think of a reason why all the NGOs and all the other people would want to evade the federal record-keeping law. I just can't figure that one. That evades me, I guess, Let's go. A full and unconditional pardon for any offenses against the United States in which he may have taken part in from January 1st, 2014. People be like, oh yeah, this happened 2019. No. This was then planned for a long time. HHS obstruction. The Biden administration, HHS, engaged in a multi-year campaign of delay, confusion, and non-responsive in an attempt to obstruct the selective subcommunity's investigations and hide evidence that could incriminate or embarrass senior public health officials. It appears that HHS has even intentionally under-resourced its component to respond to the legislative oversight request. That's crazy. That is wild. What? Huh. I knew that. It's just crazy to see it actually be truth and not just a conspiracy in my head. EcoHealth obstruction investigation, providing public available information, instructing his staff to reduce the scope and pace of productions, and doctoring documents before releasing them to the public. Provided further, Dr. Daszak, I don't know how to pronounce that, Dr. Daszak provided false statements to Congress. That's wild. Dr. Fauci senior advisor Dr. David Morans deliberately obstructed the selective subcommittee's investigation, likely lied to Congress on multiple occasions, unlawfully detected federal COVID-19 records, and shared non-public information about NIH grant process with EcoHealth president Dr. Oh man. Oof. Wow, that's crazy. New York's executive chamber, led by Governor Kathy, redacted documents offering numerous legitimate privileged claims, and withheld thousands of documents without an apparent legal bias to obstruct the select subcommittee's investigation into former governor and his pandemic era. Why? That's why she redacted documents. Dude, that's wild. I guess I have a YouTube video for it if you want to watch it all. World WHO, the response to COVID-19 pandemic was an objective failure because it caved to the pressure of the Chinese Communist Party and placed China's political interest ahead of international duties. True. How can any of us trust them again? They broke the trust. How can we just be like, oh yeah, no, it's okay, you can fuck us over again? No, people are mad. People don't want anything to do with you because they can't trust you anymore. You lied to us. It's as simple as that. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. We see it. We see the whole process. Not only the lying, but the money trail. We're following it now. Social distancing. The 6 feet apart social distancing recommendation, which shut down schools and small businesses across the country. I did not get to go to so many fucking concerts because of this, and I was so mad. That it shut down the whole concert realm, the whole festival realm. It shut down. I mean, dude, I couldn't. You suck getting groceries. That was horrible, man. Which would be not based on science. Of course, we all knew that. During closed doors testimony, Dr. Fauci testified that the guidance sort of just appeared. No, you brought it up, I remember. I think it was in front of the White House, too, if I remember correctly. You recommended that, if I correct. But mask mandates there. Oh, there's a good one. There was no conclusive evidence that masks effectively protected Americans from COVID-19. Bro, the people were going nuts. People were fighting. People were going crazy. Like, you need to wear a mask. You need to wear a mask. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, these people are losing their fucking mind. And it's the same people losing their mind, by the way. They haven't stopped losing their mind. That was what tipped them, though. And you saw the true colors of a lot of people as soon as this hit. You've seen how brainwashed certain individuals were. I mean, I'll go over it at the end, but it's crazy. Lockdowns, here we go. Prolonged lockdowns caused immeasurable harm to not only the American economy, but to the mental and physical health of Americans, which particular negative effect on younger citizens. Bro, the kids that couldn't go to their prom, that fucked their life up. Not only that, but all the sports. It fucked all the sports up because people were held, like, years were changed. They didn't get to play for certain years. I mean, people didn't even get to go to their senior sports. Like, imagine like, I couldn't imagine that. Like, you playing football and you're like one of the best in the best, and like you're rated in the state and whatnot, and then you can't even, like all of it's taken away from you. Like, man, and not only that, but like the college people, everyone's sent to be on their computer, sitting in front of a screen inside a little cubicle inside their house, can't even see their friends. It was crazy. And not only that, but don't even get me started on the military. That was a whole nother rabbit hole right here that we're gonna look into a little bit, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, let's continue with rather than prioritizing the protection of the most vulnerable populations, federal and state government policies forced millions of Americans to forego crucial elements of healthy and financially sound of life. Like, yes, like the people need to have friends. We need to have social events. We need to have social activities. We are social creatures at nature. We are not meant to be alone as much of us want to be. You still need the interaction. It's part of the reality. New York pandemic failures, which forced nursing homes to accept COVID-19 patients, was that was pretty bad overall. That one was a whole bad thing. Misinformation. Public health officials often mislead the American people through conflicting messaging. Yeah. And it's been like that for years. And then why does everyone, this is why no one trusts the pharmaceutical system. This is why no one trusts any doctors anymore, because they're bought and paid for by the pharmaceutical system. And then we're getting these officials that are Karens that have got up to these positions that don't know anything about these positions, and they're doing these stupid PR statements that these corporate companies put out, and then not only that, you got all the insurance companies too on top of all this. Like, it's a whole messed up realm here. Like, it's crazy. Knee-jerking reactions, yep, and lack of transparency. That's yes. Most egregiously, the federal government demonized alternative treatment and disfavored narratives, such as the lab leak theory, in a shameful effort to coerce and control the American people's health decisions. Yes. Yep. When those effectively failed, the Biden administration resorted to outright censorship. I think we all can remember that. And coercing and colluding with the world's largest social media companies to censor all COVID. Yeah, they got Mark Zuckerberg. They got old Twitter into it. They had everyone into it. I mean, it was crazy how the news, everything was saying the same thing. TikTok, Shorts, I mean, Instagram, every social media, Reddit, every social media thing was censorship. You said anything bad, canceled. You were done. You were thrown out. You need to wear a mask. You don't know what you're talking about. I know what I'm talking about. I've been in the health industry for some years. And they're sitting there fucking shot COVID. And it's just crazy. I'm like, man, you're really you're like the cow that's like locked up in the cage that is just getting pecked and poked and taking everything because they say to take it. I just don't. I never understood that, and I mean, I'm a bit different. But yeah, this is a whole 550. I'm not gonna go over all the pages, It's a lot of reading, and I'm not very good at reading, as you can tell. But that is 557 pages. And this is a after action review of the COVID-19 pandemic. If you all want to give it a read, it's you know where to find it. But yeah, it looks like a lot. I'm sure there's a good amount. You can download it here. I wish to. Yeah, that's a lot. I don't know if you guys wanted it, I'd do it. But I don't have enough audience for that. But yeah, I just thought this was super interesting. I will link it in the in the bottom and whatnot. So but yeah, let me know what you all think. I did one last thing. Yeah, I am. I have never been vaccinated, so I am unvaccinated with COVID shot. I am one of the few, and I'm proud. So I managed to weasel my way through that and never get it. So I am probably one of the few lucky ones that has yet to be vaccinated. Maybe one day my blood will be worth something. Yeah, that's probably a bad thing, isn't it? But let me know what you all think. It's glad this is like coming to the light. Things are not going to be able to. People are not going to be able to hide as much in the shadows as they used to. As us light bearers are bringing the light to the shadows now, they can't hide much anymore. It's going to get harder and harder. So they can take out one of us, but they can't take us all out because it's just too many of us are starting to figure it out. The more that figure it out, the better. So, but let me know what you all think. So, boost in the comments kind of helps. So, you all have a good day now. All right, peace. Bye.